HMEx Assistant is a powerful online tool built to help you save time, save money, and meet deadlines. By using our robust database containing thousands of expertly classified chemicals and mixtures, you can quickly and easily classify your hazardous materials, manage chemical inventory, and create reports to verify compliance with fire and building codes. In this demo, I'll give you an overview of some of the features and benefits of HMEx. Let's get started. When you first sign in, you'll have access to the Profile, Chemical Search, and Knowledge Center. Depending on your subscription level, you may also have access to the Inventory Management feature. The User Management feature will only be visible to account administrators. To search for a chemical, enter either the CAS number, chemical name, or RTEX number. If you're unsure of the name or the correct spelling, just place an asterisk before or after a partial name or CAS number to initiate a text or index search. Let's make a selection to get some more information. Right at the top of the chemical details page, you'll see hazard ratings for NFPA 704 signage needed to alert first responders. Then we provide information on chemical and physical properties, including LC50 and LD50 toxicity data and flammability limits if applicable. Click the blue information icon for further explanation from our Knowledge Center and for any fire and building code definitions. If synonyms or notes are available, they'll be displayed here. Scrolling a little further, you'll find the fire and building code hazard classes assigned to the material, characterized as either physical hazards or health hazards. We also provide legacy health hazard categories, including carcinogen, irritant, and sensitizer, even though the codes no longer regulate those categories. Next, you'll find the Department of Transportation classifications, shipping names, and required labels, as well as reporting and planning threshold quantities for the federal SARA Title III Community Right to Know program, OSHA's Process Safety Management program, and the Clean Air Act. Finally, you can check the compatibility of the selected chemical with any other chemical found in the database. If the materials are incompatible, the potentially hazardous consequences of mixing them are outlined here. Now let's look at how you can manage chemical inventories right inside HMEx Assistant. HMEx Assistant allows you to create chemical inventories for multiple businesses and sites and complex facilities like campuses with various buildings, indoor and outdoor control areas, and high-hazard Group H occupancies. Keeping inventory information up to date online allows you to check compliance anytime. And because HMEx is a collaborative tool, users can view and add inventory areas, update quantities, and download reports. HMEx uses the quantity limits and rules outlined in the 2018 edition of the International Fire and Building Codes, but future code editions will also be available. When creating a new inventory area, users complete several fields to describe the area, including whether or not the building containing the inventory is sprinklered throughout and the floor level or building story. With the new inventory area created, it's time to add the chemicals. There are two ways to add chemicals. You can add them individually using the Add Chemical button, or you can upload multiple chemicals at a time using an Excel spreadsheet. To add an individual chemical, select Add Chemical and search for the material in the database. Once selected, the chemical details will auto-populate. You can choose to add information like container type, a more specific location, or a team member responsible for keeping quantities of this material up to date. Add the quantities in storage, closed use, and open use. The percentage confined to approved storage cabinets, exhausted enclosures, and gas cabinets is required and enables HMEx to adjust MAQs where the code allows for an increase. For materials found in the database, HMEx automatically assigns the hazard classes and NFPA 704 hazard rating information. When entering a material not found in the database, the user must assign the applicable hazard classes using the hazard class abbreviations in the drop-down list. Similarly, the user designates the NFPA 704 hazard ratings using the available values. We found this chemical in the database, so we can just submit it. To upload a chemical inventory via Excel, first download the template inventory statement. Red column headers reflect fields that are required for HMEx to match inventory chemicals with database materials. The additional fields are elective, but it's typical to add at least quantities in storage and use on the spreadsheet. Attach the Excel file on the HMIS details page to upload the list of inventory chemicals. HMEx will search the database for these materials and then populate the inventory online, including the hazard classes. All the chemical entries on the inventory list upload regardless of whether or not HMEx finds a match. A no displays in the HMEx column for chemicals not found or classified by HMEx. Once submitted, each chemical will display in the online inventory. Users can now download an itemized list of the substances in an Excel spreadsheet or download a hazardous materials inventory statement or hazard class summary report. The Hazardous Materials Inventory Statement, or HMIS, is an itemized list of the inventory chemicals that code officials regularly require to be submitted. Information about the area and inventory location displays in the header, and the critical information needed by code officials to validate hazard classes is provided, including the CAS number, concentration, storage and use quantities, and hazard classes. Even though the code does not require a hazard class summary report, most code officials require some form of this report to demonstrate that inventory quantities don't exceed maximum allowable quantities for each hazard class. To generate the summary report, HMEx first considers the inventory type, for example, whether it's an indoor or outdoor control area or a Group H occupancy, and then applies the relevant rules. HMEx automatically aggregates the inventory quantities, calculates the maximum allowable quantities, and then adjusts for floor level, whether the building is sprinklered, and the quantity of material confined to approved cabinets. Any violations of the MAQ or other quantity rules display in red. Typically, code officials request inventory statements and summary reports be submitted alongside construction plans and annual operating permit applications or during facility inspections. Because the format of these reports in HMEx aligns with tables and appendices already found in the code, they're easy to review and approve. Thanks for joining me for this demo. I hope you found it helpful and can see how HMEx Assistant will save you time searching for material hazard classes and determining whether a material inventory meets fire and building code quantity limits. Try HMEx Assistant free for 14 days or contact us at info@hmexassistant.com for more information.